Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Joyful Miles podcast, where we are all about inspiring others to enjoy life 1 mile at a time. This is Laura. Hello. I hope all is fabulous on your end. And I have my dear friend, Jackie. Hello, Jackie.
Hello, Laura. Hello, everybody. Thank you for listening today.
I have to laugh because we use this Zoom recording, website to do all of our podcast recordings. And in the past years, we have had such an issue with Jackie getting her invite to join the meeting. And today, for the first time, I figured out an easy way to do it. All I got to do is just copy the link and give it to her. And it was like,
honestly, you really just need to put the meeting number. You just need to type me those numbers. And then I copy and paste those into the app, which it's so funny. How much time has been wasted if we compiled it all of waiting for the email.
I know.
And then it both clicked like a light bulb at the same time for both of us, like on your end and at my end. I'm like, wait a minute. All I need is this. I could have just told her to give me the meeting number.
I am really feeling kind of stupid right now. So let's just move on. At least we got it figured out for today. So,
yeah.
Okay. Hello, Jackie.
I know. And usually we chit chat a bit before a podcast and we're pressed for time. We're like, let's get rolling. So it's like we haven't even said hello. How are you?
Oh my goodness. Well, remember how I think at the last taping we did, we both looked really nice. We had makeup on, hair done. Today,
hair. I took a quick shower and my hair's all wet and yeah. Oh well.
You're one step ahead of me. I have not showered. So anyway, how about we get into a joyful smile? Because I know you have a lovely one.
Yeah, so when we're recording this, I don't know when we're going to be playing this, but when we recorded this, we just had Father's Day weekend that passed. And I just have to say I'm excited because usually I give Jeremy a movie t-shirt or something. I don't give him really big gifts, but this year he's been running with me a lot since I've been training for Chicago, and I'm always looking at my watch and I'm looking at our pace and he's just trotting along behind me. And so I decided to get him a Garmin. So I got him the Garmin 35. But anyways, he loved it. And he's been tracking his sleep. And, we went for a run and he was watching the pace. So anyways, it was exciting. Oh, shoot. I can't hear you.
That's because I put it on mute because I started growling. Duh.
Oh.
I'm really good today. I have to say I haven't eaten and I've had 20 cups of coffee. So I'm all jacked up. Anyway, do you track your sleep?
I once in a while will look at it and just be like, oh, okay, that's why I'm tired. I sometimes use it to just justify why I'm tired, but that's about it.
Yeah, what about it bugs me to wear something at night.
Oh, you don't wear it? I wear it. I don't think I ever really take this thing off, but I don't be like, oh, I need more sleep, or I don't know how accurate it is. And my hours are so weird anyway. So.
Yeah, maybe I should, but it just annoys me. I don't even wear it when I work because having it on my wrist while I'm typing long time just bugs me. So anyway, my joyful smile. I haven't even had time to think. Oh, yeah, I do. Bob and I were sitting down last night and I've been putting together my recaps from last year's bike trip. We did over 300 miles on the Great Allegheny Passage, and I was showing Bob and he's like, hey, do you want to go back? And I'm like, yes. He's like, well, let's go back in July. And I'm like, okay. So we just planned like this. We're planning this. It's not we can't do the whole, we can't be gone as long as we did last year because we do have a cruise coming up. So it's going to be a modified version, but I'm really excited. I love cycling tours and having everything we need on our bike. It's just, I know, Jackie, you're still shocked about that because you see how much I pack for runDisney.
I know.
So,
maybe there's hope for Paris.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
That will be in one case. Maybe this is your training. No.
I don't worry about looking pretty during a bike tour. So Paris, I want to look pretty. Anyway, we do have a fun little chat today. This has actually been on our topics list now for 2 years. And we actually, if you follow us on YouTube, we finally have we did this fun video back at Broad Street 2017, right, Jackie? Was that yes.
Wow, yes, I think you're right.
We did a video where we're shooting clips of everyone's what's on everyone's runDisney wish list. And when Jack and I were talking about doing the show, I was like, I went back to that and I just put it all together. It's a quick 4-minute fun little video. I'll link it in the show notes. So we're doing this topic. It's been long enough. And there's actually things on my original list that I don't want anymore. So that'll be fun.
And there's things on our original list that they've actually done.
Yeah.
Our wishes have come true. So that was exciting.
All right. So Jackie, we're going to start with you. And if I had to guess, I would guess number one thing on your Run Disney wish list. Do you want me to guess?
Yeah.
Bring back Disneyland races.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. 100. Why can't they just come up with something? It's so sad. I mean, I look at our photos from those races, and with how much Disney World is growing and costs and stuff, like Disneyland still seems so perfect.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what we would do if they brought them back, because obviously they would sell out in a millisecond.
Oh.
Like we would have to, I don't know, go through it. I don't know what we would do, but we would have to make that happen.
It would have to happen. I don't even care what the theme is. It could be poop emoji theme. I don't care. I would be the best poop emoji there.
I know.
Oh my gosh. What would be like, if they could only bring back one from Disneyland, which one would you want it to be? I know I'm veering off topic here, but it's what we do.
It's really hard because my favorite was actually Avengers.
Yeah, me too. Surprisingly.
But I think, like, overall, I'd have to say just the Disneyland half, just because you can mix everything with it. Like, Avengers is so specific. And it was, by the third race, you did see the same characters by every race. So, like, same thing kind of with the Star Wars races. So as much as that was my favorite race weekend, I would say bring back just Disneyland weekend. Plus, that race weekend wasn't very crowded. There was a huge difference of crowds between Avengers and then the Disneyland half.
Right. It was hotter, but who cares? Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll take Inferno weather. It doesn't matter what it is. So,
anyway. That's my number one wish.
That is my number one. I think that's a number one for a lot of people. And I would even love Tink, because you have the most epic Tink costume idea ever. And I'm not mentioning it, so sorry.
You know.
It is, but it's epic. It's like, never mind. Let's get move on.
We're saving it for that time, that moment.
Unless
they bring a Tink to Disney World, then maybe we could bring it out.
Yeah. I have one that is never going to happen, but one can wish. That's what this whole podcast is about, dreaming. And that is to bring back Tower of Terror. Oh, Lord, I love that race weekend. That was fantastic. First, it was a night race. And throw the night races in with that wish too. Yeah. Really, any night race, but that one especially. I never got to run it. I was there for it, didn't get to go. Went again and just did the party, but I never got to run it. Yeah.
So
that was just epic. I love the theming. I love the characters they had out there, like the villains, and it just had like this cool Halloween vibe. But yeah, if I would be very happy too if they brought back Wine and Dine at Night, which again, never gonna happen.
Well, never.
But
we're so lucky we didn't even know it. You know how like sometimes you just don't know you got it until it's gone. So definitely for that.
All right, Jackie, what's
next? What's next?
Well, I'm gonna while you're thinking, I'm gonna cut in, because we do have a list of what our friends had suggested in the video. And Chris agrees to bring back the night race. Kim would like more after parties like Wine and Dine.
Yeah, that is such a treat, and that's so fun. And you know, it's interesting, especially people who are not Disney buffs. They're like, well, you get in the park free, right, with your race? And I'm like, nope. Well, you get a discount, right? I was just talking to someone about this. I'm like, nope. And it's just like, that would be so cool if they can do an after party. Especially if like race registrations start going down. I think it would be good if they actually switched it up somehow. I mean, don't you think at some point they're going to have to make it a little more enticing for people to sign up?
Yeah. I mean, that is one thing I do love about Wine and Dine. It really is, when you think about it, you do get a lot of bang for your buck, because you do get this after party, you get free park admission. It is a pretty good deal. So anyway, even if they don't have the night races, it's still fantastic. So
yeah.
All right, what is next on your list? You don't have a list. I'm the one with the list.
I don't really have a list. I'm like,
you have a mental list. What's next on your mental list?
Well, I know what was on my list at one point that came true. Do we want to tell that one?
Yes, go
I think
ahead.
a lot of us had this. That a lot of us had the wish for the tech shirts for the 5Ks, and
Yes.
they went and they did that. So maybe they listen sometimes. Maybe they're going to listen to this podcast, and maybe they're going to make
They're
our dreams
listening
come true.
right now and writing feverishly.
So yes, we wanted tech shirts for the 5Ks. And I remember at one point, and I know you miss them sometimes, we wanted medals for the 5Ks instead of the rubber medallions.
Yeah.
And they listened, and those 5K medals are really, they're stepping it up too. So the Disneyland Paris 5K is gorgeous. So
Yes. Oh, that I tell you what, that is going to be. If you haven't seen it yet, it's Lion King, and it is stunning. I think
that
that's
is
just going to
beautiful.
be the most stunning medal ever. Something else that they kind of started to do, we hope it continues, is announcing the themes sooner, which they did for
Yeah.
Princess Half Marathon for 2020. So I hope that continues.
Yes. And I feel like even for marathon weekend, I think we've kind of got a view of what the shirts are going to look like on the registration pages. Like they have the 5K, 10K, half, and like you could kind of see what the design is that they're going with. So it's not going to be that big surprise, which we do love, but at the same time, I think we kind of know because didn't they change like Oswald to the 5K or something something's different with marathon weekend, and
Yes.
they let us know at registration point. You can
Yeah,
see now.
Minnie
Princess,
isn't
they showed. Sorry,
Minnie isn't
go
the
ahead.
10K anymore. Minnie now
No,
shares the marathon with Mickey. So who's the 10K now? I can't remember.
is it Pluto?
Uh,
Gosh, we should. I don't know,
I can't
but I know,
remember.
and I kind of always love my mini half, but
Me too.
oh well.
I liked
Hmm.
having her, be solo with it. But anyway, there is something else that we had on our wish list way before, and it came true very briefly, but I didn't like it. And you did. And that was a list of what characters are going to be out on the race course.
Oh yes, that was no, I liked it. I didn't, but I did. I liked I love when I'm running and you have that excitement of, oh my God, it's this person, let's
Yes.
stop. But from like a especially for like the full or like a race strategy point of view, it was kind of nice. Like, okay, we know, because sometimes you don't know. Do you wait for this one, or is there going to be somebody you
Mm-hmm.
want more in the future? So I think Jenna Lynn and I knew, and we
That
didn't
was for
tell
it was
you,
for
right?
marathon. It was for marathon weekend, and someone actually in a different Facebook group gave a list of all the characters that were going to be out on the course. That didn't last. It was
Yeah,
taken down, and didn't
but
end
we got it.
well.
We got the
We
list.
got it. We screenshotted that sucker quick. But
Hmm.
you did. I didn't want to know,
Yeah,
surprisingly enough. And I'm the planner
yeah,
of the group, but I didn't want to know. So
I
you
know.
two kind of looked at the list and you were able to plan. And I think you did tell me what the first three were. Because we
Yeah,
had
just
the
before the castle.
yeah, yeah. And that was fine. But
So,
I liked being surprised. I didn't want to know. So, but you liked it. Would
yeah.
you like that to continue for all races?
Um, No, I think now that I don't know, I think I've gotten to a point with the Disney runs where I'm okay with either skipping or looking at characters. Yeah. And I don't mean to sound like arrogant, like I've done it so many times, but I've done these enough where there's not that many characters, unless it's the Country Bears, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta stop. Do you know what I mean? And they haven't been bringing them out, so which makes me mad. So that's my back the Country Bears.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think it kind of spoiled it in a way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good to not know that. But here's something that I think that Run Disney should consider. So many races have some sort of bib transfer or insurance. They used to have, gosh, when did they end that? The where you could defer to the next
it
year.
was Tink. I know the year I did Tink,
Yes.
which was what, 2016, I think.
Yes. Yes.
And I had a wedding that weekend, so I was like, oh, I'll just defer. And then they still let you at that point, but I didn't realize they had a limited amount of deferral. So when I went to do it, it was sold out.
Right.
I
Right.
ended up, the wedding was Friday, remember, and then I flew in Saturday and did the race Sunday. So I was able to still do it. But that was the last race I remember being able to do that.
Right. Right.
And I don't know, like we said in the video, like there's a year in advance. It's hard to know what life's going to take you. And it's a lot of money, especially
Yes.
doping. It's like, oh my gosh. So I wish they, at least insurance, because then they could have still make money.
Yeah.
If they want to make their money, but that would be helpful.
I think, I mean, so many different races offer this. I think it's something that could be doable, and they would actually, you know, profit from that too. I mean, I would pay, you know, if it was for something like for Dopey, I would pay to be able to recoup at least, you know, a great chunk of my money back. So, but again, I think that's going to be classified under never going to happen.
Never going to
It
happen.
hasn't happened yet. It ain't going to happen. All right, Jackie, do you have another one on in your head?
I do. I just thought of one. I wish, now some of you may have no clue what I'm talking about, might think I'm crazy here, but for those of us who did Disneyland races in 2017, so it was Disneyland and Avengers, they brought an announcer that we just fell in love with.
Yeah.
His name is Kevin Gregg, and I think he lives in California, and we just loved him. Now, I do love the current Run Disney announcers, but they can have another. They do have another. They have a fourth sometimes, like out in the crowd. I think he would be amazing out in the crowd. He was so likable, and so I wish they would bring him to the East Coast.
Yeah, I did. He was just so, I don't know. He just had this charisma, and he made everyone feel just important and special. And it was their race day. And I do love Riley. That's his name, correct? The guy with the beard who usually works the crowd.
Yes, he's been in the past couple, right?
Yeah, I do like him. He's really cool. But yeah, we did love our Kevin. So
I know. Yeah.
Bring Kevin. Something else that would be really nice if they did again is to offer discounted park tickets.
Oh gosh.
Remember the day, Jackie.
Well, now they've even taken away, so let's add this, discounted travel agency rates, because now they took that away.
Yeah.
This is the first marathon weekend, I think is the first weekend they're not offering discounts through travel agents, which I think kind of stinks on a lot of levels. So bring back discounted park tickets and discounted race tickets. But I guess Disney doesn't have to, because everyone wants to go to Disney these days.
Yep, and I don't even want to talk about the race annual pass holder. I don't even want to talk about it. Oh my gosh, I was just like, what? Anyway. Well, Chris had a kind of like in the same thing. Chris had a really good idea that will never happen, but to create a loyalty program for people who do multiple races. You know, would that be nice? Like even if we got like, you know, a free T-shirt for signing up for multiple races. Oh, that reminds me. I have to add something to the list. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I agree. I mean, they have the perfect, I guess, program that entices people who have done, you know, everyone in a row, but still, like, you may not do everyone in a row, but you may have done 20 of the past, you know, 24 races they've offered. So it would be nice to have some little recognition of all the money we've spent.
Yeah, really. I don't even want to add that up. That would be like, you know, college tuition.
No. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, let's never do that, because we would cry. But that reminds me, when we posted the video, I'm apologizing for not remembering your name. I'll look it up here, but they had a great idea, like to have Run Disney races at the Tokyo, Disneyland, and other locations, and then have like this world challenge where if you do all the races, you get like this ginormous pie plate medal. I mean, that would be amazing. We'd have to win lottery to pull that off, but can you imagine?
I can't even imagine. They do like a 5K, I think, in one of the parks, either Shanghai or I remember someone doing, but it was it was a short race, but maybe a 10K even. But it wasn't a half. But I don't know. I can't even imagine traveling that far though for a race. Paris is like pushing me so out of my comfort zone.
Right. But
maybe once we do it, we'll get like the world travel itch. We'll see.
We'll be like, whatever. No big deal. Now, something else that our dear friend Shay Lee said in the video was a later start would be great. Darling Shay Lee, not going to happen.
No, with those crowds. But It was nice. And that was what was so nice about the Disneyland, was
Yes.
you could sleep in a little more if you wanted to. Not that we did, but we could have
No,
if we wanted.
see, we're joyful milers. We get there like the crack. As soon as they let us in, we're ready to go in. But
Now Paris is a later start. I think it's
yes.
7 a.m.
Yeah.
So I wonder what, I don't know. We're going to be so screwed up from the time change that I don't think it'll matter.
Right. All right. Do you have anything before I go on back to my list?
No, go to your list.
Well, this is something that I had originally, and I'm not quite sure if I need it or want it now, but I noticed when commemorative items are about to sell out. You know, they've never really done that. Like if you're holding off to pay for a jacket because you want to save some money and you go there, and a lot of times I know in the past, like for Princess Half Marathon, things would, you know, they would close up sales in July, August, something like that really early. So I thought that would be a nice thing. Just hey, we have 1 week until commemorative items are no longer available for pre-purchase. Maybe that would spur more sales. Who knows?
Yeah, it's weird though, because I almost feel like they're not selling out because now we're seeing them at the races.
Yeah.
Like the items that used to only be available pre-purchase, they're now having online, which I guess leads into another wish. If they should be, they should be showing these items, and I think they did for Princess, right?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so maybe they're listening in that sense, because it's hard to order a jacket that you can't return for $100.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't even know what you're buying, and then you get there and they're for sale, and everyone else can like try them on. And
right, or use your annual pass discount if you still have an annual pass. You know. So yeah, I don't know. I'm curious about that. I know another thing we would like to have released sooner, at least a week. Run Disney, come on now, is the race shirts.
Yes, please, so we can plan our outfits before we pack.
Yeah.
But I did get a glimpse. Did you get the glimpse of them for Paris?
No, did I see
that? So there's a video out there where they're showing how they made the medals for Paris.
Okay.
And there's whoever's showing them has a race shirt on in the background. I'll have to show you. I mean, I'm pretty sure. They're all short sleeves. They don't really show that, but someone had commented that they're all short sleeves.
Okay.
And they're weird colors. Like the first one's like gold, like our Avengers Gauntlet Challenge gold. And then one of them's like purplish, like, I don't know, maroonish. I'll have to show you.
Right. Okay.
Okay. But anyways, that little video they sent does have a little glimpse. And did Princess, did they show or no?
No.
Okay, but, so that's one we haven't shown.
You can sometimes get a feel for from the commemorative items, but not really. I don't know.
Okay.
As long as it's no gray, we're fine.
There was no gray for the Paris that I noticed.
Okay, so this is something that I wish they would make more clear. I don't like it when like the photo pass photographer and the cast member, when you're getting a picture at a character stop, they don't tell you what camera to look at first, or you're looking at the photo pass and they don't kind of give that number. So that warning.
Yeah.
So
I will say I love wearing sunglasses for that reason, because especially with these group photos, like you don't know where to look, who's looking, and at least it doesn't matter because I can't see your eyes, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll have it definite where the cast member holding your phone will take the picture first and then step back and let the photo pass. So that we like.
It would be nice.
We appreciate.
Yes. Communicate.
Yes. Now, something Kim said that I would love to see is to bring back Expedition Everest. Did you ever do that?
No, and I love the medal. Oh, I love the medal. That was like an obstacle course. It wasn't. It was a shorter race.
And then an obstacle course in Animal Kingdom, correct?
Yeah, I can't even imagine them doing that now with the crowds.
Yeah.
But it does sound crazy. And I do know they said you don't have to do the obstacles. Like they let people go around them if they wanted. But it was kind of, like I don't want to say Spartan because I don't know enough about them, but one of those kind of obstacle course type runs. But the medals are so cool.
Oh yeah. I think like the last year they had it offered, might have been 2017, and I had the opportunity, someone invited me just to go along. It was too late to register, but just to hang out and to cheer and be there that weekend. And I said no, and maybe next year, and then they ended it, and I was like, oh, never say no, always say yes. So I kind of regret that, but 'tis what it is, right?
Yes.
I would definitely sign up for that if they brought it back around another year just to test it out.
I would honestly, if they had anything new, I guess my another huge wish would be a new race.
Yeah.
Like just something different, a new race weekend. I mean, the last new one we had was Star Wars, maybe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's been 4 or 5 years. Like let's get a new theme, if anything. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. Something fresh. But
Something fresh that would sell out in a heartbeat. Because I think some people just are like, oh, I've done this so many times.
right. Right.
Get something new in there. Even if you, well, I guess people would freak out if you took out, like, say you substituted something different in place of Star Wars. I think the Star Wars fans would freak
Oh
out if you
no.
said, yeah, instead of princess, we're gonna have this. Like, people would be upset.
Oh no, that would not go over well.
I know.
So maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe wine and dine. They could. I don't know.
But well, here's something that they used to do that I thought was nice is they used to have they would offer oh my Lord, percentages, there we go, of how sold out the race was. So you could see like Princess Half Marathon, like the half marathon was 80% sold out, 85% sold out. So if you were kind of like hemming and hawing, you had that opportunity to make that final decision before all of a sudden, boom, sold out, no notice.
Gone. Yes. That's totally true. But what I'm finding weird is they're selling out, and then you're hearing, oh my gosh, they open more spots.
Yes.
That's happening a lot. So that's kind of weird too. Like, if they just did the percentage, they could eliminate that.
Yes. So maybe that would, like, if they do that instant sell out, then that'll also give opportunities for travel agents who have purchased bibs to, sell out their inventory before they open back up. Who knows? Another thing that I really like that they don't do anymore is, remember when we used to vote on a song to be played during Cone Alley?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Little touches like that. That was fun.
They would offer it on, what was it, Twitter or Facebook? Do you remember?
Gosh, I can't even remember. I remember the choice. I remember it was like Shake It Off the one year. It was
For like marathon weekend too. That's like a princess song. And it was Centuries too by Fall Out Boy. I think I voted for that one.
It's Gonna Be a Good Life. I don't know the real word. It's gonna be a good life.
Yeah, by Republic.
I think that's the one that won. And I was mad it wasn't Shake It Off. That was for the marathon.
No, they did. It was Shake It Off.
No, they played Shake It Off. They played it for the, and then I swear, because you know my song. They played it for the half. But then on the actual full, it was the other one.
I have proof because Judy and I posed by the sign, and we were both like, making gag signs, and we sent it to you. Yes, I have proof. We're
going to find it. I think you're in your Elvis. I think it was the half.
I have to go back and find that out. But I don't know. I thought that was a cute little touch and a way to kind of like when you're coming through Cone Alley, that is typically a little bit more crowded, although they have kind of like eased congestion now with the different wave releases that they do. It was just kind of fun where, you're running through like, my song won,
It'd be cool if they had like at some point in the middle of the marathon or even the half, like around that point, they do have music playing. It would be cool if they had like announcers, almost like they do at the finish line, just like rambling your names and just kind of getting like a recharge. I think it would be exciting.
Do you remember? Oh my gosh, this was so stupid. We were coming through the stadium at the marathon, and the girl called my name, and I'm like, oh my God, how does she know my name? The one announcer? And I'm just like,
you're like, do I know you? She's like, I just read your bib. Oh yeah, that might be.
Oh my gosh, that was a dumb butt moment. Okay.
Wow. But isn't it so exciting when you run through there and they're announcing you? Like, I don't know. I just think it's neat. Something like that. It would be nice if they had it at like one other spot, especially for the fall.
Yes.
Just something to recharge. Like a recharge station.
That was so funny. I think I got that on video too, so that's going to be nice. I don't know if I put that in the recap or not. I don't know. I look pretty stupid. Anyway, I just said it, so I might as well. So I was just thinking here, because I'm at the end of my list actually, but this is again classified under never going to happen. But wouldn't it be cool if they gave like a best costume award?
Oh, that would be amazing. Oh my gosh, can you imagine how all out people would go?
Oh Lord, like they don't do that enough already.
I know. Like best themes, like best even have different categories. Best group costume.
Yes, and if
Oh.
you win registration for the next race. Oh Lord, you know how competitive
Or a
we are.
t-shirt. I will take a
I would
t-shirt,
take a
honestly.
t-shirt. I would take a t-shirt. I would be perfectly happy with a t-shirt anyway. So
Yeah.
that would be kind of fun. That would be fun. I don't know. Oh, I did think of another one because we were prepping for a future show and something that we mentioned in a previous podcast. Jackie, what would you love for them to start selling at the concession stands after Run Disney races?
Oh gosh. Despite the fact that I've given it up and it's almost been a year, I would love if they had pop at the finish line because all they have is beer, which I know people like beer, and now they've brought out wine, and I'm so sick of
Champagne.
Gatorade.
They have
Yeah,
private beer there too.
yeah, and like I just want a Sprite. Like I just want a Sprite or a root
Why
beer
don't
or
they? Why
something.
don't they sell that? It makes no
I know.
sense.
It really doesn't. And it's like, especially the last thing we want is more Gatorade. And so you finish and they hand you a Gatorade
Ugh.
and some water, and that's all you've been drinking for 6 hours. Like, ugh. So yeah, I
Actually,
still, yeah.
actually, you said something. They serve Powerade on the course, and I would like for Gatorade to be served on the course.
Oh, yes, yes, please.
Oh, God,
Or
remember
a
that year
different flavor than, I was gonna say a different flavor, but then that one year they had that yucky white
they had
cherry,
that? It
right?
was cherry. That was foul. If Steven did not have Gatorade for us, I swear, I was like, I wanted to kiss him when I saw that when he had
What
Gatorade
are we
for
gonna
us.
do if they, okay, so I have another wish because apparently, and we don't know for sure, they're not letting people cheer at certain parts of the course, and they're not gonna let people cheer over by like Polly
Oh,
um, and honestly, like we got some good treats along the way that helped us get through.
yeah, yeah.
And they cannot do that for the marathon. It's going to be like, what?
I would panic. I would panic if we didn't have our 17. It's about 15, 17 where we usually
I
see
think it's
Steven.
15 when we see
Yeah.
him.
I mean, I've
We
come
see
to
it from,
depend on that. I know we kind of put some
I know.
pressure on them, but we depend on that because you're out there for so long. It's not like a regular marathon. If you're stopping for photos, you're getting close to 4 hours by the time we get to that point. I'm just guessing. Just pulled that number out of my head, but anyway.
Yeah, well, think about it. We've been up since like 2, so it's
Yeah,
actually way later than that. It's almost 8 hours by the time
I
we
meant
get
like
there.
actually running time on the course still. By
Yeah.
the time we stop for pictures and everything. Yes, I don't know. I don't know. That's something that I would
It'll
really
be
like
interesting.
to. I wish they won't take away. So that's a good wish. So. I thought of another one, but it escaped my memory because I didn't write it down. So, but that's
Oh,
all I have. That's a
yeah.
lot of wishes. Oh, and I have a phone call coming in from Upper Lake, California. I have no idea who that is, so I just denied it. Sorry about that.
Nine.
Gosh, what was
Fine.
it? Oh my gosh. Upper Lake, California again. I'm not taking your phone call. I have got to get like that RoboKill app or whatever because I get so
Yeah.
many calls. It's crazy. Anyway, Jackie, unless you have anything, that is all I have on my list.
No, I think those are all pretty good. They have come through with some, so you
Yeah,
never know. Maybe they'll come through with some others. But maybe
especially
one
now that
day.
we did this show.
I know, because they're listening.
Actually, wait. I take that back. Anne said something in the video that was kind of like it shouldn't be a wish. It should be already done. But for there to be enough nutrition for the back of the packers, for the people who are, starting in the later
Yeah,
corrals, because there have been times before where you get to like a goose station or somewhere and they haven't had enough. So,
yeah. I do think they've gotten better with that. I
yeah.
remember the early princess years, or like my first year of doing princess, or even the first years, I guess, when we've started these races, you'd hear of that. And I haven't heard of that in a couple of races. So I think they hopefully have learned to not skimp on that for sure.
Yes. So that is good. Well, girl, I think we're about
All
ready
right.
to wrap this show up, but we want to hear from you now. If you have something on your Run Disney wish list, please leave in the comments here, or better yet, come on over to the Joyful Miles Running Club Facebook group and share there what is on your wish list. So, if you do have a second, please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. It does help us grow and puts the biggest smile on our face, unless it's a bad one. You can
I don't think
also
we've
check
had.
us out on YouTube. I've been slowly getting up some throwback videos from previous years. It's kind of been really fun to do them. I'm now doing the GAP ones, so it's kind of been fun on my end to do too. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter. We're everywhere. I'll put links in the show notes. Till then, thank you so much for listening. Take care. Have a joyful day. And Jackie, it's your turn.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Joyful. Bye.
Take care, everybody. Bye.